What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the new infamous patch. Are you fed up of coming against God Squad game in and game out?
What?
If so, make sure to head over to u7buy.com using the link in the description below. And don't forget to use code RAN at checkout for an extra little discount. I'm not the biggest fan. I can definitely see a lot of positives from it, but I got a good few issues about it, and I feel like it's making it really hard to play FIFA right now. I'll be honest, like, just the attacking flow of the game is just not where I want it to be. I think there's a lot of issues I will get through in this video, but just overall, without going into specifics, the game has slowed down a lot because of a few defensive changes, as well as that kind of driven pass nerf. It's really made it, you know, a sluggish kind of FIFA 20-esque game. Not only is it like that, true ball is still incredible, right? So you can literally spend a lot of time trying to work it around the box. Their AI intercepts it for them, or they just second man press tackle you because that's so powerful. But then they get the ball, they retain possession, literally play one true ball that is true with like Mbappe. They've scored. You're now 1-0 down against somebody that's sitting parking the bus, and your chances have really diminished. To go along with this, they have buffed goalkeepers inside the box. I'm not a fan of a goalkeeper buff. In my opinion, I like when goalkeepers are bad. You may be thinking, why? Why do you want goalkeepers to be bad? Well, when goalkeepers are bad, it favors the better player. The better player is gonna get more chances a game, and if goalkeepers are bad, they're gonna get more goals as a result. And so to me, I prefer when the goalkeepers are definitely on the lower end of the scale, but that's just personal preference. That's not one of the bigger issues. That's just something I'm not happy with. Next, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the driven pass nerf. Now, I use driven passes a lot, so obviously this affected me quite a lot. The problem really isn't so, like they said, what they fixed was how you intercept a driven pass, because obviously you used to use driven pass and it would just whack off the defender and it would bounce back to you. And I agree, that's ridiculous. If you have a defender blocking the passing lane, guess what? You should get the ball back. 100% agree. But they've changed it, and now I don't know how many people have noticed, but I know a lot of pros have, and definitely kind of people in the higher divisions. But what they actually did was, your driven pass is more likely to go to a defender, so the trajectory of a driven pass has changed. Okay, so if there's a defender close to the passing lane, the pass won't work, even though it should, because what will happen is the pass will end up being assisted towards the defender instead of your attacker, which makes absolutely no sense. So that's kind of really hurting passing as well. But then that overall interception boost that was on to kind of help driven passes was just an all-wide interception buff, which means your regular passes, your double tap passes, etc., all are harder to get through because of this ridiculous interception nerf. Also, maybe an underside, kind of something not really taken into account too much, is attackers like Neymar, for example, now just can glue themselves onto a pass and just intercept it like they have 90 interceptions. Another ridiculous concept that I'm not a fan of at all. But really, it's just slowed down the game. You know, that makes it really hard to attack. Now, I'll say the game in the background probably isn't the best example because I'm not playing a good player. So it looks like the attack is probably flowing kind of decently. But it just really, I'm just not a fan, personally. Now, I put this out on TikTok. A lot of people did agree with me, which is I like to see, because normally a lot of stuff, especially gameplay-wise, I feel like the average player isn't the biggest fan of, but maybe at a pro level it's a bit different. But I think this most people agree on because it just lowers the fun. Does it lower the skill gap? I think yes, but not a huge amount. I think it penalizes fun, entertainment, and speed more than it does actual skill gap. Now, all they had to really do to make this better was to buff attacking AI or something like that, or X passes. But again and again, time and time again, similar to I think it was Al, the FIFA analyst. I can't remember who said this, but literally they love just nerfing attacking stuff, but they won't ever nerf, one, the defensive AI, or two, buff the attacking AI. So they just nerf stuff like driven passes, buff interceptions, and then they have nothing to compensate for it. So now it's just harder to score goals, makes the game less fun, and overall really disappointing. Although I have heard a lot of people also did comment that the old gen, like the PS4, Xbox One version, PC version even, is supposed to still be decent. So I might start playing that a bit more. But overall, man, I'm just really not enjoying FIFA. I wasn't the biggest fan pre-patch. Like, I've had a lot of games that I preferred. But, you know, it's definitely playable. Like, I wasn't crying about it. Like, it was fine. But now, it's a chore. It feels like a chore. I think that's the best way to describe it. It feels really like a chore. And, yeah, just not a fan. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below on your thoughts on the patch. Of course, we've had about over a week to play it now, so most of you guys probably got some good games in. I'm off to play Champs soon as well. Oh, that is gonna be a fun experience. But hey, at least that's a lot of shiny Team of the Year cards, right, guys? No, okay. Anyways, have a good day, and I'll catch you guys later.
For you, come along.